I will hook up the power lead to the water pump to my battery right there, and I will take, this is the power lead and the ground lead, and you can use it either way you want. Now on this pump it only works both ways, but on some pumps I imagine if you transpose these leads from positive to negative, the pump will just run backwards, but this doesn't. On this setup that I have, the pump pushes the water into the head right here. It fills it up, comes out here, drops down, goes down underneath the fairing all the way up to the left side of the radiator. Now it's at the top of the radiator. Then what it does is, and I'll explain this how it works. It goes, the water goes down these very, very tiny, they're flat channels. Now these fins in between the channels are nothing but they're used for surface area so that when the air hits the channels, these fins, that it will dissipate heat. And that's what it does. So we have the antifreeze going to the top, it goes into the top. Okay? The pump is pushing it all at the same pressure and everything. So the antifreeze goes like this and goes down, zigzags, all the way down to the bottom and comes out right here. Now the cool antifreeze goes down this pipe underneath the fairing all the way back up to the pump, and we start all over again. Now the reason for this system like this, water-cooled heads are more efficient because heat takes away power if you have too much heat in the engine. But if you can keep the head at a constant temperature, especially under a heavy load or with an extremely 100 kilo fat American like me, then you can get more power. And that power is the name of the game. So what we do is we put the antifreeze in, and after this gets full, I come down here and I touch the leads to the battery and I get this to run. And what it does is it pushes pulls some of the antifreeze from here, in here, pushes it into the head, fills it up, and pushes it down here. And I get out as much air as I can. Now this bolt right here, it goes in my little custom air hole, and when that starts to bleed antifreeze, then I put the bolt back in. Now I'm not going to be able to get all the air out. That's okay. That is what a reservoir bottle is for. And the reservoir bottle is, this is your little reservoir bottle. And usually it's half full of antifreeze and water, and it will fit right down here. Now I'll show you how this works. Now remember, you have a closed system. There's no air getting in or anything like that. This clear line right here that goes from the top of the radiator, this will wind itself all the way around and go into this inlet right here, which sucks the antifreeze from the bottom. Now if there's too much antifreeze in the system itself when it gets hot, what it will do is it will push the cap up right here. This is your little cap. It pushes this little tiny bottom part up. Okay? And when it does that, then your fluid will come out of your radiator, go into this little duct right here, and it will go into your access bottle or your radiator fluid bottle. This bottle works both ways. It sucks excess antifreeze into it when you have too much pressure, and then as the radiator cools off, you'll notice on the clear pipe right there, or right here, after I get it hooked up, it will suck the fluid right back out through a vacuum, and it will put it right back into the radiator. Now in doing that over and over again, it takes out any air or loose problems, and when you first fill it up and first run the bike, it's not uncommon to either have an empty bottle or you're going to have to fill it a little bit more because you need to get the air bubbles out. Remember, any air bubbles in this system is less heat transference area that the antifreeze gets to work with. And that's a no-no. Now, other bikes have very good explanations and scientific this and that, but all this shit's homemade, so there is no scientific explanation. I hope you understand how that works with antifreeze. Now I'm going to give you the antifreeze tip of the day with this.